Conventional practices. Conventional practices are accepted drawing techniques that violate the rules of orthographic projection. They are designed to simplify orthographic drawings of complex features. So the features are the rib, web, spoke, and lug. There's also the other one called aligned section view and the conventional break lines, which are used to shorten the long object. Rib and web are thin, flat features of an object that acts as a structural support. In the following picture, you can see the triangular shape. They represent the ribs. And the rectangular shape, that is the web. The spoke is a rod radiating from the hub to the ring of a wheel. This picture shows you a spoke. There's one more example. The lug is an ear which is built as a portion of an object for attachment. It can be a triangular shape, it can be a rectangular shape. Omit the section lines on the section view of a rib, web, and a lug if the cutting plane is passed flightwise through. Spoke if the cutting plane is passed longwise through. Here's an example shows you a part with the feature of rib. So imagine there's a green color cutting plane vertically cut through the object. When you have the half removed, take a look at the cross section. Will this be the correct section view? Actually not. Because of the ribs, they are the triangular shapes as a structural support. We want to highlight the shape of the rib and then erase the section lines as the conventional practice. Here are more examples to tell the conventional practice. The ones on the most right side, it tells you a true projection, which is not acceptable because it is misleading. So whenever you have the even placed feature on the object, you want to represent the even placed feature in the section view as the conventional practice. So the first one and the second one, both of them are the correct section view as a conventional practice. The only difference are the holes on the circular base, which are presented as the visible lines in the section view. Next example tells an object with the web. When the cutting plane flatwise cut through the object, when we take a look at the cross section, will this be the correct section view? Actually not. Because of the web as the structural support, we want to highlight the shape of the webs and then erase the section lines in the web area. The current one is the correct section view. Next example tells the same object but with a crosswise cut through. So when you have a crosswise cut through, this time you want to represent the true cross section of the web. Another example tells you the difference between the crosswise cut through and the flightwise cut through. When you have the flightwise cut through, you omit the section lines. When you have the crosswise cut through, you do the regular section view. Spoke. When you have the flightwise cut through the spoke, take a look at the cross section. Will this be the correct section view? Actually, it is not. Because of the spoke, we want to highlight the shape of the spoke and then erase the section lines in the spoke area. The current one is the correct section view by following the conventional practice. Next example shows you an object with the lug. The blue color highlight a flightwise cut through. You want to omit the section lines in the lug area. But if you have the crosswise cut through, you do the regular section view, even though you have the lug feature. Next one is the aligned section view. So to the aligned section view, you want to imagine the moving part can be moved to the vertical location, and then you do the projection from there. Another example tells you when you have the even-spaced feature, no matter where is the location of the cutting plane line, you always want to imagine the holes can be rotated into the horizontal position, and then you present the symmetrical feature in the section view by following the conventional practice. Another example shows you a different location of the cutting plane line, but it doesn't impact the symmetrical feature of the object in the section view at all. Next example shows an object with a rib. Again, it really doesn't matter the location of the cutting plane line. You want to apply the symmetrical feature in the section view by following the conventional practice. Remember, to the rib, erase the section lines in the rib area. Another example shows you an object with a lug. So rotate the lug into the horizontal location and then project the even-spaced lug in the section view by following the conventional practice. Omit the section lines in the lug area. Take a look at the example here. It shows you the difference between the true projection and the section view by following the conventional practice. Apparently, the section view with the conventional practice clearly demonstrates the symmetrical feature of the object, which is preferred. This example shows you the conventional break lines. Depends on the shape of the object, depends on the material of the object. You actually can apply the different conventional break lines into the very long object to shorten the object. So the first one shows a round solid. The second one is the round tubular. The next one demonstrates the short break line applied to a metal part. The last one applied to the material as wood. What not to be sectioned? If you have the bolts, the washer, the shafts, the pins, the screws, the nuts, they are not going to be sectioned. And the special features, by following the conventional practice, you want to make sure you omit the section lines in these features.